When you see an Itel phone, what usually comes to mind is, oh, it's another budget-friendly phone with 4 cameras, right? But that's not the case here. With their S23 Plus, they've built from cutting corners and minimizing efficiency just so they can be budget-friendly to this whole new ecosystem. And oh, the design, most especially, is aesthetically pleasing thanks to its curved front and back. But I don't like how it looks like an iPhone Pro modeled replica. Some phones have taken to this form factor, but nonetheless, it's nice to have. It's a 6.8-inch 1080p AMOLED screen with 60Hz refresh rates, running on Android 13 with Itel OS 13.0. Its chipset is a Unisoc Tiger T616, which is a 12nm processor. It has a dual nano SIM carrier with no card slot option, but you may likely not need it since it has 128 and 256GB variant. It's protected by the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 with always on display and an effective but not so efficient on the display fingerprint sensor. Its camera department houses a dual rear camera sensor, but only one is fully functional. A 50MP wide-angle lens with an f1.6 aperture, and the other is an autofocus lens with a depth of 0.08MP, accompanied by an LED flash. Video recording is capped at 1080p at 30 frames per second for some reason, even though we have some entry-level and mid-rangers shooting up to 4K. Front camera is a single 32MP lens with its video recording still capped at 1080p at 30 fps. Battery performance on board this device shouldn't be an issue since it has a whopping 5000 mAh battery that should last the whole day and is capable of 18 watts charging. And if you've made it this far in this video, then consider subscribing to the channel so you stay updated. And oh, did I forget to mention it comes in 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. There's equally 128GB if you please. Overall, it should have a decent performance, right? Well, if you're juggling through minor apps like Instagram, WhatsApp, then it shouldn't be a problem until you start juggling through heavy gaming apps. Then you start to notice the lag. But if you're not a heavy user, then you should be fine. And overall, having a 6.8-inch device, an AMOLED 1080p screen resolution, 256GB onboard storage, its curved screen, and at its price point of barely $130. And yeah, sure, despite the fact that it doesn't offer much, I think for its price, it's definitely worth a bargain, don't you think? Well, if you're not a picture freak or a heavy gamer and you just want the best battery, then this phone is most likely meant for you. Now, comparing it to, the normal S23 that doesn't offer much, I think this is a best buy. For all its features, this is a leap forward for Itel. I can't wait to see what next they'll offer to us. Dreamer out.